How should you manage your time if you want to build wealth, but without constantly feeling overwhelmed or stressed? That's exactly what we're going to go over in this video today. Hey guys, I'm Brandy Leiden, host and founder of Mom You're Not Alone. I'm also a local realtor and investor here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So let's dive in. All right, so number one is going to be stay focused on your top goals. As Zig Ziglar famously said, I don't care how much power, brilliance, or energy you have, if you don't harness it and focus it on a specific target and hold it there, you're never going to accomplish as much as your ability warrants. That's his quote. So having too many goals is distracting and can actually keep you from achieving any of them. So what you want to do is avoid spreading yourself too thin by narrowing down major goals to a handful at a time. Usually no more than 3 goals at a time. If you have a bunch of big goals, figure out which ones are most important to you, write down those, and then put others on a list for later. So by concentrating on just a few goals, you'll stay busy without getting overwhelmed. And once you've reached your top goals, you can start working on the next ones. So this is kind of, if you guys have ever read the book, The One Thing, that's a really great book. It just talks about if you can focus on one thing and one thing only, you're going to accomplish that much faster and then move on to your next thing. So that's what we're talking about here, not just spreading yourself thin and having tons of different goals. Keep it three or less on these goals. Number 2 is going to be create habits that support productivity. So if you guys have ever read the book by James Clear, Atomic Habits, he said this: when scientists analyze people who appear to have tremendous self-control, it turns out those individuals aren't all that different from those who are struggling. Instead, disciplined people are better at structuring their lives in a way that does not require heroic willpower and self-control. So let's break that down a little bit. If you think about, somebody super successful and an ordinary person, there's not a lot of differences to them except the way they structure their lives. Okay, so if you have a very structured calendar, very structured goals and metrics, and when you want to hit those things, that's all that is. So I say simple, not easy. All right, so wealthy people get things done by fostering good habits that support them in being productive and achieving their goals. But building entirely new habits can be challenging at first. So how exactly do they do this? One method is habit stacking. So let's talk a little bit about that. So habit stacking is essentially what it sounds like, taking a new habit and adding it to something that you already do habitually. For example, say you want to build the habit of reading or listening to more books or podcasts or whatever it is. So during your commute, something you do every day, you can stack a habit by listening to an audiobook. Okay, you drive to work every day, start listening to an audiobook instead of music. This links the new habit of self-improvement with the existing habit of commuting. Or if you want to focus on habits that support your physical health, you can stack a habit by going for a walk immediately after dinner. You know you're going to eat dinner every night, so eat your dinner, go for a walk around the block. So I think this is a great way. Habit stacking is a great way to, start new habits if you're not used to adding these into your routine. So number 3 is going to be set time limits for tasks. So you want to make sure that you prioritize your projects so that lower level tasks don't eat up your day. Designate time slots and put time limits on accomplishing less important tasks. For instance, instead of letting an email suck up your entire morning, limit yourself to checking and responding to emails at 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. or whatever it is, right? So, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, whatever works best for you. So set time limits for meetings and keep phone conversations to the point. This one hack will give you a lot of time back. So that way you can devote more time to bigger issues and bigger projects. A lot of times we schedule, think about what you do for your calendar. Everybody puts an hour, like meeting, 12 to 1, 1 to 2. Does it really take you an hour to get what you want to accomplish, for this meeting, right? If you have one person you're meeting with and you're trying to go over these 3 topics, can it not be a 30-minute meeting? Can it be a 15-minute meeting, right? So you're wasting tons of time if you think about every block of your calendar being 1 hour a day. All right, so number 4, don't let perfectionism stop you from starting. And here's going to be another quote from Atomic Habits book. It's easy to get bogged down trying to find the optimal plan for change. The fastest way to lose weight, the best program to build muscle, the perfect idea for a side hustle. So this is another good quote. The best is the enemy of the good. So sometimes wanting everything to be perfect can stop us from even getting started. And instead of aiming for perfection right from the get-go, it's really important to remember that it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. And do not let perfectionism hold you back. So start with what you have. You'll get better as you go. Just like the Nike quote, just do it, right? Just literally start. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you got value from this episode, make sure to like and subscribe today at Brandy Lydon. Thanks.